6?
Yes, there is.
I think it is.
Okay, we're going to call the meeting to order. We'll do roll call.
Bickford? Oh, yes, sorry. Montoya? Irie?
Yeah, here.
Tilling?
Here. Thank you. Okay, presentation, Blackwell High School.
Okay, we're skipping that for this evening.
Okay.
Skipping that,
Skipping
moving
the
right along.
presentation, yeah.
Consent agenda, all of the following items which concern reports and items of routine nature normally approved at board meetings will be approved by one vote unless any board member desires to have a separate vote on any or all of these items. The consent agenda consists of the discussion, consideration, and approval of the following items. A, minutes of the April 13, 2026 regular board meeting. B, encumbrances, general fund 11 encumbrances, number 438 through 469. Number 2, child nutrition fund 22 encumbrances, number 20 through 21. C, the treasurer's report. D, school activity fund reports and transfers. E, district wellness plan for the school year 26-27. District professional development plan for the school year 26-27. Renewal of agreement with the Rise Above Counseling. Cheryl Jackson, LPC counselor, to provide an on-site counseling service to students in Blackwell Public Schools for the school year 26-27. Addendum to contract with Jodiana Abbott, speech language pathologist, to perform speech language therapy for Blackwell students with the current annual IEP for 25-26 school year, extended school year speech language pathology services June 1st, 26 through June 18, 2026. Contract with Jodiana Abbott, speech language pathologist, to provide speech language therapy to Blackwell Public School students with the current annual IEP for the school year 26-27. Contract with Anita Martin, registered physical therapist, to provide physical therapy service to Blackwell Public School students with the current annual IEP for the school year 26-27. Renewal contract with City of Blackwell for use upkeep of Morgan baseball field for the school year 26-27. Renewal of the appointment of Jim Rogers as school attorney for school year 26-27. Contract with OSSBA membership employment service agreement for the school year 26-27. Appointment of Blackwell Elementary School Attendance Review Committee, Melissa Agee, Kristen Brown, Julia Bonnywell, Toby Wood, and Tammy Estep. O, District Attorney Plan,
Technology.
District Technology Plan 27 through 30. Thank you. Contract with Keystone Food Services for 26-27. Contract with Sean Satterfield, speech language pathologist, to provide speech language therapy to Blackwell Public School students with the current annual IEP for the school year 26-27. R, renewal of membership with Oklahoma State School Boards Association for school year 26-27. And S, surplus ag equipment listed in attachment A.
Good job, Rich.
Could we add anything else? My word, I'm late and you make me do that.
You'll have another long one next month too. But then it kind
You don't
of,
have to read,
yeah, you don't have to read
Only
them,
the board
Rich.
actions.
You don't have to read them.
I thought you always did.
No, just the board actions.
Now you tell me.
I didn't want to, we didn't want to interrupt.
Rich, you did
Interrupt!
You did a great job.
job. The only thing that's really different from year to year is letter S, the surplus.
Yeah.
Jay Muir is he's kind of cleaning house. Has some stuff that he does not use. Some of the stuff works, some of it doesn't. And he would like to surplus that and then get rid of it. You know, and what he will do, he will have a. We take sealed bids on all that stuff. He did when we surplused some equipment last year. We did the same thing, and I think he made enough money to buy his new stock trailer.
Oh, wow, cool.
Yeah, but the stuff he doesn't use that we replaced, that he'd like to get rid of. But everything else is We do it, you know, we hire SLPs,
Right.
you know, just stuff we just do. Any questions on any of this?
None of the costs went up except for the Keystone that raised
Yeah, Keystone.
2.8 or 3.8, whatever percent that was.
Yeah, I think it's roughly 40 cents is what Keystone, and let me, last year we had to put the food service out to bid, last school year, so the school year went right now. And we talked to them, and the state allows you, they allow the food service companies to go up a certain percentage every year. That's just, all right. And I want to say it's 6, but don't quote me on that. And they wanted to go to 6, and we talked them into, hey, would you go 3? All right? And so they went 3, all right? Now they want to go the full 6% this year, right? And you guys know what groceries
Yes.
Did it
cost.
say 6%? Because I've
Okay,
got it
I know.
at 2.8 and 3.8%.
No, that's the max that they can go up. Okay, again, don't quote me on my percentages, but I know that last year they did not go up on the max, all right? They went 50% of the max. We talked to them and they agreed to that. This year they want to go up to the max, all right?
Okay.
And I can't remember
Whatever the
what the
max is.
yeah, whatever the max is, all right? I know that is a fact, all right? But I can't remember what the max is. I'm thinking, but maybe it's 3%, and they went up a 1.5% last year. That sounds more like 3%.
Will we still be able to provide the free meals for the
Yes,
kids?
and see, again, I'm a fan of Keystone. Keystone is losing a lot of schools.
Are they?
Yeah, they are. I like Keystone. We've been doing the feeding on Fridays, and they're losing money. All right, we're just feeding, 12 kids, I think, at the most on Fridays, right? They're having to pay for the food and pay for the workers, right? So, no, I like working with them. You get some complaints that they don't give enough food and the food doesn't taste good, but
Well, that's forever.
I personally, now, for the record, I eat out there on Thanksgiving. I eat their food and I don't have a problem with it, but I'm not that picky. But it is so much easier on the admin side of things to hire a food service company, right?
Now, should I abstain because
No.
Casey McCory's?
You're fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
I have one question on letter K. Do you know approximately how much that is that we rent the field from them?
Yes, $1.
Oh, okay. All right. That's awesome.
Yep.
Okay.
And they are putting a new scoreboard up
Good.
at Morganfield.
Are they?
I visited with Jerry, I've got a good relationship with Jerry.
I know you do. That's good.
And I talked to him about 3 weeks ago, I think it was, and just said, hey, we're having all kinds of trouble with the scoreboard. That's what can we do? And of course, he just and then kind of calmed down. I said, Jerry, if we, I can call our attorney
Yeah.
and see if I can help. I don't think I can, but I can try because we don't. It's
Right.
And he said, no, don't worry about it. He said, I've got some money budgeted,
Great. That's good news.
and
Yeah, that's
he
really
said.
good.
Yes, it is.
Well, he didn't have it budgeted for the scoreboard, but he
Right.
said I think he had it budgeted for the softball fields.
Good.
Yeah.
And didn't you say it's going to be similar to our new one at
Yes.
Wheeler Hughes?
Yeah, yeah. He's buying one from the same
Nice.
company, going to look similar to,
That'd be nice.
so.
And it's beautiful, the new one I'm
Yeah.
getting.
Who do we have? Do we have somebody that like fertilizes, maybe like weed
At which
control
field?
for Morganfield?
Okay. Yes and no, all right? They, again, the boosters, and I'll just say it's mainly Mark, which I like Mark, all right? A couple of years ago, they were having it sprayed, and they didn't like the spray job, and they went to a different type of, I'll call it a treatment, but they're putting ryegrass down there, so you really can't keep chemicals on the field, all right? And
With ryegrass.
with ryegrass, because you can't put a pre-emergent in the soil because then the ryegrass
Right.
seed won't germinate. All right. So, but Abby, I don't know if that's a very good way to answer your question, but they.
Well, I guess
Yeah, I think-
kind of to maybe ask a different question, is it the school's responsibility, or is that a booster club responsibility to maintain the field? In
Or
that
city.
aspect?
The city.
Or the
Okay,
city.
I tell the contract, it's ours, all right?
Ours, okay.
But they were maybe not happy with how it was looking, so they took it into their own hands?
The baseball people or the
Yeah,
city? Yeah,
baseball.
Baseball, yeah, they wanted
A
to,
certain, okay.
they wanted it done a certain way, all right? Back to that, I worked with Jerry on Morgan Field, all right? In that contract, it says that we're to take care of everything inside the field, and they take care of everything outside the field. And it's simply put there, all right? I like the Bermuda grass down there, but they don't like it because it's basically dead during baseball season.
When they start playing.
Yeah, they start playing, end of February, 1st of March.
So that's why they want the ryegrass.
And they want the ryegrass down there. But you know what? I'm not going to micromanage that. I wouldn't do it. I would spray and just let the Bermuda come up, right? But they want the ryegrass. And I will tell you, there's fields that have the ryegrass. Now, there's a sprinkling system. There's a sprinkling system down there, and the city, to my notion, when that thing goes down, the city pays to have the sprinkling system.
And that's inside, isn't it?
It's
on the field.
Yeah, it's on the field. Yeah,
They did this year.
yeah. And I don't recall, and we might have. I just don't remember, but I don't recall paying for that. The same company. Rainmaker, I think, out of Ponca.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they take care of our football
That's
field.
Van Busker. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I see them down there. But I work well with Jerry as far as if we need to do something. And,
Well, we should, so.
yeah.
Are there any other questions on the consent agenda?
That answer your stuff, Abby?
Close enough.
Kinda.
Well,
It's just it's a weird answer.
Yeah, because I think there are certain people involved in the booster club that want things a certain way.
Yeah.
But it's
And
not really a school, it's more the school, but they want it done a certain way, so they're gonna take it over and try to do it.
But that's just like, and I will tell you this, we pay the coaches, football coach, softball coach, baseball coach, to maintain their fields.
Right.
They get an extra duty stipend.
Does anybody monitor if they're doing that?
Yeah, and they all like to mow. We don't ever have a problem with the mowing. Right?
Well, EJ mows the high school.
Okay,
And does
I
a
want you
great
guys to want to clarify what,
I
you understand what I just said?
Yeah.
We never have a problem with the mowing,
Easy part. Yeah.
right? They want to sit and ride, all right? Where we butt heads is the hard work,
I see.
and I had one employee tell me, I'll mow, but I will not weed eat. Well, you need to,
Yeah, that's part of it.
yeah, it's
Well,
part of
that's,
it.
we need to make sure around the auditorium for graduation, that's all weed whack.
It should be, right?
What'd you call it? Weed what?
Weed
Call
whipped.
it weed whack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It,
So anyways,
I guess who monitors that?
well,
me. The buck
for our high
stops.
school
The buck stops.
principals, I
The
mean,
buck stops with me.
Okay.
Right. And I can
Just-
tell you, the baseball field. Here's something else that's weird down there. It looks horrible.
Baseball field? then?
Yeah. All right. Now, they don't like to weed eat. All right. And I'm going to meet with the coaches, my plan, and I'm not pleased with the baseball field. It's the worst of the bunch.
Yeah,
All right.
it looks rough, that's
Yeah.
why I'm asking. I
Well,
mean,
and I
it's
think
baseball season, but it
we
looks
pay those
rough.
guys an extra duty stipend to mow. All right. I think some person knows that he was on his way out. All right, and I've said this before. The baseball field is different. The fly catchers.
I wondered if they
Right.
had been put on.
Matter of fact, Jack Scantz, who's
Yes.
he helped with our high school baseball,
Right.
and he's the manager for that. I saw him today, and actually I drove by Morgan Field, and he was down there mowing. All right, we provide the mower, but the fly catchers, this is their third or fourth season. They take care of the field. All right, we supply the equipment,
And they do it.
and they've even been buying the fuel. We just provide the mower, and whenever I met with Jerry when they first said they were going down there, we didn't have to,
Right.
but we keep a mower down there. And, I want to get along with those people.
Sure. Oh, yes, we do
And
too.
so that's, But yes, it's me. It falls back on me, you know. I could say it's somebody else, but I'm not going to.
Yeah.
You know, it literally, you know, falls back to
Or if
me.
you see something, let him know.
Well, I know it's horrible. I'm a yard guy. If you guys drive by my yard, I like a nice looking yard, and I don't know why people won't trim it.
Yeah.
But, you know, the coaches will keep the field looking nice, but that's it. Not all of them. I shouldn't say that. But they don't like to weed eat.
All right, so is there a motion, anything else on the consent? We got that weed weapon down. Is there any other comments on consent agenda?
I move we accept the consent agenda as presented.
I second. Bickford? Yes. Prince?
Yes.
Montoya?
Yes.
Irick?
Yes.
Cantillen?
Yes. Okay. Board action. A, board to consider and take action on CCOSA's district level services program for 26-27.
COSA's Cooperative Council of Oklahoma School Administrators, we belong to that, but they have what they call a district service program, and we belonged it the last couple of years. They provide training to our principals and some teachers now, and if we belong to this, the training is free. If we don't, it costs maybe a principal $200 to go, and I think it's $1,800 is what we pay, $1,800 to $2,000.
And you talked about this, I think, in our last
Yeah,
meeting.
it's a good program.
Warrior Camp.
You bet.
And they always present really good things too.
Yeah, but I recommend that we belong to the COSA district level services for the 27 school year.
I make a motion
Can I
that
trade
we
you?
approve
I like this one
district level program. I'll second.
Bickford? Yes. Prince?
Yes.
Montoya? Irick?
Yes.
Cantillen?
Yes. Okay, B, board to consider and take action on superintendent's recommendation concerning the resignation of the following employees listed in attachment B. BMS teacher Kaylee Turner, BES speech language pathology assistant Darcy Trineri, BES special education teacher Nicole Eaton, BMS teacher head baseball coach Justin Billingsley, and BES teacher Morgan Ennis.
Questions on those? I can tell you a little bit. Morgan, elementary teacher, she's going to Medford. She got a job at Medford. They have they have child care there at reduced rate. She has 2 non-school age kids. It's the girl that we hired, the Tammy. And she's done a great job out there. Darcy Trineri lives in Ponca and is going, she's got a kid that's going to be a senior, just wants to be in Ponca.
Oh, hi.
Yes, going to be a senior, yeah. And Nicole, she's she teaches lower severe class at the elementary school. Been here 1 year, done a great job, but going to start her own business. Start a consulting business. You know, so
Good luck.
any questions on that? My recommendation is to accept those resignations.
I'll make a motion we accept the resignations.
I second it.
Bickford? Yes. Prince?
Yes.
Montoya? Irick?
Yes.
Cantillen?
Yes. C, board to consider and take action on superintendent's recommendation concerning the cooperative agreement Title III Consortium application between Blackwell Public Schools and Shawnee Public Schools. They're the lead fiscal agent to help increase students of English language proficiency and student academic achievement for school year 26-27.
Okay, just refresh your memory what this is. We belong to a co-op, ELL, English Language Learners, all right? The state says if you don't get $10,000 in funding, right, you don't qualify, right? However, you can belong to a co-op, and if the members of those co-ops get $10,000, then you will get your funding, right? Blackwell was the lead in that for years, that co-op, right? Well, we were notified last year that we did not have enough members in our co-op to meet the $10,000. Newcastle had pulled out. They were in the co-op, but we were the lead. We did all the paperwork forever. Well, Newcastle had got, they're a big school. They had got to where, hey, You know, we could do this ourselves, right? We don't get paid for it whenever we host it, right? So we found another co-op, and it's led by Shawnee, and we get about $1,400, all right, ELL money. And Shawnee, they don't charge us a fee, right? They just oversee the paperwork. The state sends our $1,400 to Shawnee, all right? And then when we want to spend it, Melissa Moore just sends a requisition to Shawnee, and then we get a check from Shawnee Public Schools for our ELL money.
Do they do other schools?
Oh, yeah, it's a co-op, yeah. Now, I can't tell you how many's in there, but I'm sure there's several, you know. And I think, you know, Shawnee to me would be big enough they wouldn't have to do this, but,
Right.
you know.
I'm glad they are.
Yeah, they are, but you help your neighbor out,
That's right.
you
Is
know.
that who we were with them last year?
Yes, we were with Shawnee last year, yeah. This school year right now, actually.
Yeah,
This school year.
current.
Last school year, we oversaw that, you
Right.
know, and it was us, Newcastle, Fairview,
Yeah.
just, there was, you know, 7 or 8
All over the
schools.
state, really.
Yeah, but when Newcastle pulled out, we knew we were in trouble.
Yeah, I'm glad.
know.
Do you know how many ELL students we have right now, Title III? I think it's less than we've had in the past, but I'm not sure.
I would say, and this number's high, I would say probably 8,
Okay,
you know. Yep.
thank you.
Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion. A second. I don't know what I was gonna say.
Bickford? Yes. Prince?
Yes.
Montoya?
Yes.
Irick?
Yes.
Yes. D, board to consider and take action on purchasing new lighting for the football field.
Okay,
Ooh,
I think, did I give you guys, was it in your packet or not? Okay, we have 2 bids, all right? I've talked to several people, talked to Colton Dell a couple times. I talked to Barbara's,
my nephew.
he works for a company
Yeah.
in there, all right? The only 2 bids I got back were from Musco and Shawnee Lighting, okay? I know we put this in the packet, in the drive, right? Musco, this is what everybody's using,
Okay.
right? If you call to get recommendations, everybody around here is using what they call a Musco field lighting. I will say I'll call it the Cadillac, right? Now, to be honest, there's not a lot of companies out there that you can call, you know. I like to stay local if I can. We had talked to Colton Dell a couple times, and he's never put lights on a football field, but he said he has an engineering firm that he's used before, and they kind of spec some things out. Well, what I wanted and what I learned about this, LED lights have what they call a driver, right? And that's what goes out. The little light itself hardly ever goes out. The driver goes out, all right? And the people I've talked to said you want those drivers down on the bottom of the pole. So when they go out, your own people can replace them.
Okay.
You don't have to rent a bucket truck to go up there. Well, Colton was struggling finding a light that he could put on the drivers on the ground. Musco lights, the drivers are on the ground, right? Now, these companies can buy Musco lights, but the Musco salesman told me that very rarely does he lose a bid.
Yeah.
You know, so Musco, they produce everything in-house, and then they install it, all right? But they will sell their lights to like Colton Dell.
Right.
Right, but he said very rarely do one of these people get the bid, you know, because they have to mark things up,
Sure they do.
you know, to make a living, all right? All right, Musco bid $173,000, all right? And that is including the pole that has fell,
Okay.
all right?
But just that one pole?
Yeah, all the other poles are okay.
Are
They have
Are they
looked
metal or wood?
metal,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
They're galvanized.
Yeah, I thought
Right.
they were, but I wasn't sure.
We have looked, everything is tight at the base on all the other bolts
Good,
and poles. 173 from Musco, and again, Musco is, they're Cadillac. You know, Tonkawa's getting new lights. Newkirk has these lights. They're just, you know. And what I like about these lights too, they're dimmable. All right. So if they want to go out and right now, I've told the coaches you don't turn the lights on unless it's football season because the electric it just right. These here they can turn them on now and run them as low as 40%.
Oh, good.
Right. So they have enough light to go out and paint. They have enough light to go out and mow. And okay, Musco is 173, and that's the pole and the good lights.
All the lights.
Yeah, all the lights. All right.
And I assume they're gonna replace it with metal light, light pole?
Yes.
Not gonna put- Okay,
Yes.
all right.
Yes. A metal pole, galvanized
Right.
pole. 70 foot. Our poles are 70 foot.
Yes.
It's another 70-foot pole. Now, will it look identical to the poles we have? No. All right. But you know, I don't. If you sit there and scan and look, you'll probably go see a difference. But just if you walk in the field, you know, it's not going to stick out.
No.
But it's going to be 70 foot. Okay, Shawnee Lighting out of Oklahoma City is the other company that bid. All right, their bid was $143,877 for the lights. All right, it's not a Musco light. They do not have any of their lights on football fields in Oklahoma. All right, they put Musco lights on, is what they do. And he told me, this guy, Musco lights were the best. All right, well, he had an alternate bid of a light that wasn't a Musco light, all right? But his bid for that was $143,877, right? To replace the pole was another $49,670, all right? For a total of $193,547, all right? So $20,000 more to go with the company that really
Uses Musco.
well, he's not putting Musco lights on.
It's not like-
No, it's not the better lights. It's not the better lights. So they're all what they call 40 candle, you know, 40 candle light, 40 candle watts or something. You know, it's and they think that our field right now is around 30 lumen candle or whatever, and we're going to go up to 40. Yeah, but my recommendation, and I'll answer any questions, but my recommendation is to go with the Musco. It's a better light and it's cheaper, $20,000 cheaper than the next.
I make that motion.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How many lights do we have? Like, how many
Okay.
poles are there?
Okay, there's 4 poles. There are 12 lights on each pole, all right? Right, and we knew we had to do something, all right? Every year we have to hire Ponca Electric to come over. You know, we don't have a bucket truck, nor does K Electric have a bucket truck to get up there. Ponca Electric does. So, you know, and that costs us several $1,000s a year, right? We probably go through 2 or 3 fuses every year on the box because they're pulling so much electricity. If you were at the last football game, one of the poles just quit working.
Yes.
Just the southeast pole just quit working. We've had a lot of problems.
It's embarrassing.
Colton Dale has came out a couple times to look at it, and what he told us, he had the pole working, right? And then we get to the game and it wouldn't come on, right? He told us back in October, he said, you're going to have to do something. He said the wires on these lights are brittle. You need to at least.
It's been there a long time.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
asked our high school
Yeah.
principal if he would climb the pole and see if he could fix the light,
The poles,
and he wouldn't do it.
we have 4 poles with 12 lights on each pole, all right? The LED lights will be 6 lights on each pole. It will be lighter, all right?
That's
And
correct.
they will catch less wind, and the lights are designed to be more wind resistant, so,
That's
you know.
awesome. This is a win-win thing.
It is. It is now. I have contacted the insurance company on the pole.
Good.
All right, falling. All right, but we have a $50,000 deductible. And well, we have to, right? And if you could see what they bid to replace the other company just lumped everything in their bid, all right? This company, 143,877 for the lights and 49,670 for the pole, all
That's
right?
a lot of money for one
All right,
pole.
so we're basically, in my opinion, probably not going to get anything out of the insurance company, but we might. The adjuster's been out here, but no, it's just, insurance is $50,000 deductible.
Are there any other questions?
You make the motion.
I made the motion.
I'll second it.
Baker.
Yeah. Prince.
Okay, hold on just a second. In the motion, did you say Musco?
Yes.
Okay,
Sure did.
I was zoned out. I was thinking of something else. I was thinking what we're going to next. Just wanted to make sure.
Montoya. Irick.
Yes.
Kinsella.
Yes. Make sure you have Musco in that motion. Okay, E, board to consider and take action on purchasing school buses.
Okay, I'm going to back up a little bit from our discussion last meeting, all right? If you will find a document that I put underneath there, it has the ad valorem sinking fund stuff, all right?
The county tax levies.
Yes, all right. It has our millage,
Right.
all right? I want you guys to look at this, all right? Okay, last month, I think during the principal's or superintendent's report, we talked about possibly putting up a bond for school buses, right? I told you I really wasn't, 100% behind it, but if you guys want to do it, we will do it, all right? I went in and called the county assessor, and I got the millage rate for all the schools in K County, all right? And the one that I circled is Blackwell's, and that's the column you look at, all right? We are at 33.58, our sinking fund millage, okay? Now, if you go down there, Scheidler is higher than us, right? But I want to explain what's going on there. They had a fiasco with wind turbines here a year or two ago being on Indian land. All right, so you heard about that?
Oh, yeah.
It's horrible,
Yes.
right? And the court sided with the tribes, and
Yes, they did.
Scheidler lost a bunch of money.
The windmills had to come down.
Yeah, right. They lost a bunch of money. That's why their sinking fund millage is so high, all right? Okay, back to us. We're at 33.58, all right? If we did a bond, our taxes wouldn't raise a whole lot. I think it's about $1 for every $100 you pay, right? My deal is, if you guys want to do a bond, we can, but we don't have to. We got the money to buy these buses.
How many
Right.
buses are you talking about?
I'm looking at 2 right now, all right? And we want to talk about this. I want to
Okay.
get this out in the open, all right? If we buy the buses from a bond, we don't need to buy them tonight.
Right.
We need to just say, hey, we're not going to do this. We just vote it down, and I'm okay with that. We talked about wraps last time.
Yes, we did.
All right, and I checked on that. I've got 3 bus bids, and I talked to all 3 of these bus companies. And that's the first thing I reached out to the buses, talked to them about wraps. All 3 of them, we talked about wrapping our existing buses. And I learned a few things. Number 1, if you buy a white bus, like the Bluebird guy said, it's $300 more.
300.
$300 more. All 3 bus companies said we would not wrap a bus unless we just had to. They said you're looking, maybe 5 years. Now we're talking wrapping a yellow school bus, completely white, completely maroon. All right. Said you can do it. And the Bluebird guy said, we've done it a few times. That people wanted a nice looking bus and they couldn't afford a new one or to paint it. Right. He said you're looking at about 5 good years. All right.
For the wrap.
For the wrap. All right. He said where it starts falling apart at number 1 is the seams. Said the seams start deteriorating. On the white bus, he said, you know what, it's essentially the same product, right? They paint the bus white, and then you put like Blackwell maroons, and he said it's the same product they use for wrap, right? But it typically will stay, a little bit long because there's not so much of it. But he said, again, that stuff's going to wear out. But He said, you peel it off and you put a new logo on, a lot cheaper
The whole bus.
than wrapping
Right.
the whole bus. And but all three of the companies told me the same thing, you know, about wrapping. They said, we don't recommend it, but we have customers that will.
Yeah.
You know,
But it's $300 more per bus to
three,
get white.
to buy one that's white
Yes.
and not yellow. I had no idea. I figured you were talking thousands because they make
Two.
yellow buses, right?
Well, if we did that, if we got a white bus and we just did our Maroon Spirit logo and put Blackwell Maroons, I mean, that would be cool.
This, what.
We just want to create
okay.
something
What-
that our athletes
What,
will be proud of.
what I've talked to them about, all right, I've got the quotes up. I think
They're in the draft.
what's that? Okay, the quotes in the draft, okay, yeah. These are white buses with a Blackwell Maroon logo
Okay.
and say, you know, Blackwell Maroons, you know, home of the Maroons, all right. It's got, you know, the big maroon spirit,
Right,
you know,
that's awesome.
on the bus on both sides, all right. What I would like to do, I would like to buy two.
Okay. 2 white ones?
Two white ones with the logos on there. We've got the money.
How much does it cost to replace the logos once the 5 or 7 year, whatever? How much does that cost?
Not near as much as the wrap.
Yeah, you said you just-
I really don't
I didn't know
know because
it was 1,000.
they quoted it in the price, you know.
Well, I got a quote for bus wraps, and a full wrap is 12 to 14,000. 3/4, 8 to 10. Half or a partial wrap is like 5 to 8,000, and if you just wanted like decals, that says 1,000 to 4,000.
I'm just wondering once that's done, then you'll have to do something or it's gonna look bad again.
Yeah.
What's that?
Ours would be decals probably because black and maroons would be one decal.
Well,
It
the way,
would probably be more of like a half.
Oh, you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah,
Okay.
because they would probably do just the whole thing like on the side
On
of
the
the
side of the
bus.
buses?
Or they can put it up onto the windows. That's what I've seen. I don't know what
the-
exactly they've quoted
what
or
we
what it
what we
looks like.
talked about is a white bus with a big maroon spirit logo.
Right.
You know, just and it's maroon.
Yes.
All right, just toward the back of the bus,
Yes.
you know, on there, and then, you know, putting maybe at the top, like our activity buses, you know, Blackwell Maroons, and then down somewhere on the bottom, you know, home of the Maroons. All right.
I think that'd be nice.
Now, here's the bad thing about the white bus.
Okay.
I want to throw this out there. You will never be able to use them on a route.
Why not?
The law.
The law?
The law.
Okay.
Yeah. A school, you know, going out in the country and picking kids up has to be a yellow bus.
Even if you wrap it yellow? Yeah.
Oh, that's an idea. I never thought about that. And see, what we,
Cheaper to wrap it yellow than to buy it.
what we've,
Yes, it would.
you know, what I've done as a transportation director and what a lot of schools do, and I shouldn't say a lot, but what schools do, and I did it for years where I was at transportation director for almost 20 years. We would bond new buses every 5 years.
Really?
Yeah, and we would take the activity buses and then bump them down to route buses, right? Your routes is what tears your buses up, the
Yes, it
bouncing
is.
around in the
I was
country,
gonna say,
right?
well, stay nice longer.
But I know when I went to school here, and Melissa Moore and I were talking about this, she overheard me talking, and she said, well, don't forget, when we went to school here, we had 2 white buses. And I don't know if you guys remember those.
Oh, I remember them.
It's 2 activity buses,
Yes, we did.
you know.
For years we had white
I
buses.
remember.
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah,
And
because the band used to ride them on the
yeah,
white
they were here
buses.
forever, but that's the only drawback. You know, if you get the white ones, you can't, you know, they would basically be activity buses until we shut them or wrap them yellow, you know.
Well, I like the idea of 2 white
But,
activity.
okay, the bids, I've got 3 bids, and there's basically 3 bus manufacturers.
We don't have any white buses right now, right? They're all yellow.
Everything we've got yellow. Thomas, which, you know, we have all 3 of these brands of buses, right? Thomas was 142 482. International, and that's our activity buses that we use now. Their bid was 139,255. And then Bluebird, and that's who's got the last few bids. The last two new buses we bought from Bluebird. And this guy really has been the most helpful. He was 138,988, so he was just a few $100 cheaper.
That's
Then,
per bus,
Huh?
right?
Than international.
bus.
Per bus, yeah, than international.
All of them have like AC,
Yeah.
they're,
I will never buy a bus without AC.
Good.
You just have to. These have storage underneath.
Both of them do? Okay.
Yep. On the inside, you wouldn't know you were on a
School bus?
no. They're identical to what's on the yellow
To the
buses.
yellow buses, okay.
Yeah. The only difference is going to be the outside.
so they're all identical except for the brand. on
Yes.
those.
Yeah. White buses. Yeah. The hardest thing. I shouldn't say it's hard, but Bluebird is selling 70% gasoline buses now. Said everybody's wanting gasoline
Instead of diesel.
instead of diesel. All right, because of the cost of the fuel
Right.
and DEF. All right. He told me if he was buying route buses, he said most definitely I'd go to gas. They're cheaper to operate. All right, less maintenance, and we have more problems with our diesel buses, the DEF system. All right, and you have to take it to the dealer to have it serviced. It's all computer stuff.
No.
But he said if you're getting one to just go up and down the highway, he said I'd probably still stick with the diesel. Today they cost you more to operate. The fuel mileage is better, but the fuel, it's sometimes almost $1 more a gallon. But so these are diesel buses. My recommendation is we get two of them. We've got the money to pay for them. We don't have to go to the taxpayer.
What
and ask
fund will
them.
we take it out of?
The general fund.
General fund.
We have money to wrap them the way we
Yeah,
want.
this is completely logoed and everything.
Okay, that's
And
the total
will
amount.
you send us a picture of what it'll look
I
like?
can do that tonight. I've got that.
Oh, good.
I've got a new.
I'm questioning the pricing on that because on there it says optional equipment not factored into the above bid pricing. Graphics package, base similar to option
Is
one.
that on the Bluebird?
Yeah.
Really?
On
I
the
got it right
very
here.
bottom. So it says graphics package, half graphics, wrap similar to option 2 or 3, $6,000. Additional per bus.
Where do you see that, Abby?
It's on the very last page, page 3. Unless yours is slightly different.
I see that.
So it'd be the 138
Okay.
plus probably 6,000 for the graphics on there.
I need to check. I was under the impression that it had the graphics on there. I need to read. Give me just a second. I want to look at these other bids. I don't see it on the international.
That's an extra cost.
No, they don't have it listed. I tell you what, let's do this. Let's table this because I need to get some more information. All right.
We'd still have time.
Oh, yeah,
Set
yeah.
orders
Now, guys, these are 6 months to 9 months out.
out. That's,
Yeah, every one of them.
It's all the same.
Yeah, they're just, but it's always been like that for
yeah.
buses,
I know.
Uh,
So we won't
Hey,
get,
let me, I want to do some more looking into this. And what I might do, we might call a special meeting just to come up here and go over this, because I do want to get them ordered.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow,
I
that'd be
agree,
Yeah, I do.
I want to, I just wanted to make
Yeah,
sure.
I want to do some more checking, yeah.
I don't want to say, yes, we're
No.
going to do it, and then,
Mm-mm. No, but,
Well, what if we decided, what if we voted on what we wanted and then you just confirm?
but we don't know cost.
well, I don't know the cost now, because my understanding was the Bluebird, this was the 138,988. My conversations with the guy, it was for the logo, but it clearly states back here, it's not. Well, you know,
Do the others
okay,
mention the logo?
let me, no, but let me think through this real quick. We legally, my recommendation is the Bluebird bus.
Okay.
That's what we've been buying, all right? We do not have to take the cheapest bid, because I did talk to the school attorney. I am getting a little pushback from the Shawnee Lighting guy. He's upset.
I'm sure.
He's upset.
But he's charging too
Right.
much.
And I called the attorney, just, you know, he wants to see the bids and all this stuff, and the attorney said, yeah, you can give him the bids after the board meeting,
Oh, okay.
you know. But Andy did say, you don't have to, even if they were the cheapest, you don't have to take the cheapest bid.
Well, we learned that at our
Yeah, we're
education.
not,
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
We don't have to
and,
take any cheapest bids.
you don't have to. He said you need to be able to justify it.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know, but he said you don't even have to.
You're not bound by
But you
it.
need to justify. Let's,
I say table it. I'm
I was gonna say, I'll make a motion that we table
Yeah,
it
let's-
until we know
yeah,
the exact
yeah,
cost
yeah.
of each.
I agree
Yeah,
with
let's-
that. And then if we
We're
have
not
a
even
special
gonna
board
have-
meeting,
Yeah.
we can do
yeah,
that.
it won't take us,
School year.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know, but I do want to get them ordered.
Yes.
I want to
Did you
get
make the
them,
motion?
but like I said, yeah.
Okay.
And you seconded
I
it.
seconded it.
Yeah, and
Roll call.
I'm sorry, I should have caught that.
That's all right.
I was under the,
Prince, Montoya, Irick,
Yes.
Angelini.
good catch, Abby.
I was
Thank
just
you.
reading them and I was like,
I bid them all with logos.
yeah.
Right,
Told them, and matter of fact, said you can go pull our logo off
right.
Yeah.
the website, and that's what they
Send
do.
some.
And that might include the logo, it's just that.
Absolutely.
Well, but
Okay.
Rich, but it doesn't say
I
that.
know, but I mean, it could just be a standard
It
contract.
says right here, but I will send you, Ross, he's the guy I've talked to the most.
Right.
Because, you know,
And he'll
I really
remember the
wanted.
conversation.
I really
I'd
wanted,
like to see what it looks like.
I will email that before I leave tonight,
Okay.
those attachments.
Okay,
Okay.
anything else under board action? Okay, information to the board or principals reports.
He's ready tonight, he's ready to go.
Melissa had to leave.
Okay.
I got it.
You're doing
You
it.
got it. She gave you good instructions?
No,
Okay.
but I still got it.
Okay, thank you.
I don't think she made enough of these cardboard at the end for me. Okay,
Nice.
all right, you ready? Okay, there's only 3 days left of school. It's been a really good school year. The kids are all doing really well. I'm sorry if you missed the tea on the 7th. It was real nice. We're going on field trips, and we're not going to tell anybody we're leaving at 1:30, and then that's all I have. Oh, and the enrollment is $4.99.
Okay.
Perfect.
Question?
Why aren't they telling anybody?
Because somebody.
I'll answer that.
The superintendent.
It's not telling anybody, we don't put it on social media. All right? We just don't put it on social media.
Well, what?
It's better.
Uh,
Well, I get that, but
yeah.
parents,
We would have to do a calendar change.
Yeah.
seriously?
I'm serious as a heart attack.
Okay.
Yeah, serious as a heart attack.
So will people just stay with the kids at the school until their parents
Yeah,
figure out?
but hey, we do this every year. We do
I
it
mean,
every
most people know, but like
Yeah.
new
Yeah, well,
parents.
they send out reminds to all their kids and stuff,
They
yeah.
probably, they
It's-
send out,
it's
they just don't
not
put it
a-
on social media.
Not a deal, but it just,
I'm sure they send a letter home, a note home.
it's,
Because that was a very good report.
Thank you.
Nice job.
Next principal. Who's going next?
It's a
I'll
joke.
go.
It's gonna go in order.
I'm always in the middle, no matter what.
Couple down there.
Thank you. You want me, Sean?
Please.
Our enrollment pretty much has stayed the same all year. A little up, a little down, but it is about the same. So no change there. One thing, probably the biggest initiative we have right now is this Pioneer of a Learner. I've had a teacher focus group. I had a parent focus group last Tuesday. We met to talk about things that kids need to know outside of maybe the standards. They're almost identical to what I identified. The interesting thing, the teachers had collaboration on their top 6, but the parents did not, but they had engaged community member on their top 6, which I thought was interesting. And what we'll do, I'll also send out surveys to our students today, part of their finals, so I'm going to get some feedback from them, not so much on these specific topics, but on things that they need. You know, do they feel safe? Do they feel challenged? Do they feel things like that? But if you look at the categories that were selected, communicator, problem solver, collaborator, goal setter, being accountable, perseverance, and engaged community member, all of those are important. We'll probably get it down to 4, but some of those topics can slide under other topics because what I want to have really is something that's not ginormous, so maybe 4 topics that we integrate into our current curriculum. Like if we're going to collaborate more, we're going to make a concerted effort to teach kids how to collaborate. And what does that look like? You know, what rubric are we using to say that that's developing, or that's established, or that's advanced, or however we want to look at that. So the more complicated that system is, the more it won't get done.
Right.
So we'll narrow that down. I'll meet with my lead teachers some more, and we'll kind of wordsmith some of that. There's things in there about, for instance, like goal setter and accountability. Sometimes those could be together. So if you had goal setter and being accountable, being different things that fall under there, and then how do you measure that? But to me, this is there's a lot of schools, not so much in Oklahoma, that have what are called the profile of a graduate, of a high school student. Not a lot in Oklahoma. Use some of those as models, as examples, and things like that. But what it can't be when we get it developed, it can't just be a cool document. It's got to be measurable, and we've already kind of established a profile of a teacher last year, but that became a cool document, but it's not going to be next year. I mean, I'll make a concerted effort to make sure and collaboration, not oddly enough, but interesting enough, is on the teacher one as well, teacher collaboration and things like that. So that's our biggest thing that we've got going. We'll have it ready. In fact, Carrie Henderson, we were talking about our theme for the year and our t-shirts. This was kind of our t-shirts this year. But it will definitely base around what our profile of a graduate skill, profile of a learner skills are. So that's probably our biggest thing. But we have vision meeting agenda there. You can look at that. We have events. We don't have nearly the events coming up the high school does, but we do have finals. We have finals today, finals tomorrow, summit on Wednesday, a few activities on Thursday, then we're done. I mean, you can kind of read that. So that's really all I have. Do you have any questions?
So you guys are going to be finished on the 12th? No.
What is that?
I'm trying to think. Today's the 11th, isn't it?
14th.
14th. Okay.
14 to 1:30.
1:30, okay.
But don't put it on social.
Yeah.
I want
Hush up. Thank you, guys.
We do appreciate you being here every month.
Yes,
giving a
thank you.
report.
No problem.
Next,
Okay, Blackwell High School. Sorry, I don't have the paper. I have to take notes. Tomorrow at 6:30 is the FFA banquet, if you'd like to attend in the study center. Thursday is at 2:30 is the end of the year celebration in the study center for all Blackwell Public School employees. We're doing finals Wednesday and Thursday. They're hour-and-a-half exams. Friday at 9 a.m. is grad practice. Graduation is at 7 p.m. And yes, it's in the auditorium. If you didn't already know, sadly, our behavior health coach, Liz Bales, got a promotion with Grand Mental Health. We've interviewed one person. They're allowing us to be on the interviews. And we have another interview on Wednesday. So whoever it is, he or she will have big shoes to fill. Liz was really good. Spring football is the next 2 weeks, this week and next week. Tyler Shin on a really good news thing. He is a real go-getter. Not only has he done a great job in Maroon Academy, he is now fully certified. He's jumped through all the hoops and passed all the tests. And we
Yay.
congratulate him. That's really a cool thing. Awesome. And because everybody likes to know, homecoming is October 9th versus Bethel.
October 9th.
Yep.
Bethel?
Bethel.
Okay.
But we're also going to play Dewey, which is not one person, it's a whole town.
Yes.
I thought it.
We played Dewey.
We're playing Dewey.
I have 4 uncles that graduated from Dewey High School, the Bulldoggers.
But they won't play.
No, they're older than me. It's just right
Well,
north
we
of
can win.
Bartlesville.
Tell them to come out and play.
That's cool that we're playing Dewey.
We're going to play, it's a whole new schedule if you didn't know. They've moved us more to the east. So we're going to play Dewey and Bethel and Cassia Hall and Kiefer,
Yes.
which is a long way. I went
That's
there
a
for
long way.
basketball
It is
playoffs.
a long way.
And then Crooked Oak, who we've been playing, and Chisholm, who we've been playing in Perry, of course. That's our district. We have 3 straight away games to start the year. So we don't have a home game till September 25th versus Cassia Hall.
That's our first one?
That's first home game.
Okay.
Any questions for high school?
Do we have more people out for football this year? Can you tell yet for the spring practice, or do we know?
Well, we have a few more. There's 21 out there,
Okay,
and there's 5 boys from the middle school that have indicated they're going to play.
okay. 21 in high
It's
school.
not enough. Football is unique because unlike basketball or baseball or track, nobody's trying to hit you in anger, although some people are dorks and hit you in basketball, but it's not the intent of the game.
Right.
And you're going to have bumps, bruises, and pulls, and where we run into trouble is we have so many players playing both ways. Even if you're competitive for a while, if they have 35 or 40 and 2 platoon, we're going to run out of gas. I don't care how good somebody is. By the 4th quarter playing both ways, you're not going to be as good as somebody that's only had to play on one side of the ball.
You're right.
But it is better. Last year we finished with only 17, so we keep them out and keep them fired up. We should be okay.
Good. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
Thanks for being here.
All right.
Okay, proposed executive session. Do we have a motion to go into executive session?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Bickford? Prince?
Yes.
Montoya? Myrick?
Yes.
Antilla?
Yes. Okay, we need to vote to convene into executive session. Is there a motion?
Whoa, hold on.
I think we skipped the principal's
Yeah.
report, did we not?
No, we did that.
We
I
did.
did,
We
okay.
just didn't do the superintendent.
I meant, that's what I meant, superintendent.
Okay, we need to go down to D.
Oh, no, that's right. Yeah, we already did that.
We already did that,
Yeah.
D.
Oh, my gosh, well, you got me up past my bedtime. Okay. Acknowledge return of board to open session. E, executive session compliance announcement. The Board of Education met in executive session to discuss new employees, support staff contracts, certified teachers, probationary teachers for 26-27 school year. No votes were taken. F, board to consider and take action on superintendent's recommendation concerning the employment of the following positions. 1, new employees for 26-27 school year listed in attachment B, BMS special education teacher.
I recommend Ally Dice for BMS special education teacher. And the B, I recommend Ethan Rolls for the mowing crew.
I make a motion we approve.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Bickford. Yes. Prince.
Yes.
Montoya. Irish.
Yes.
Cantillen.
Yes. 2, renewal of support staff for 26-27 school year listed in attachment C.
I move we remove Mrs. Mary Hall from our support staff, attachment C.
Okay, and then
But approve.
approve the rest of them with the exception of
Yes,
Mary Hall.
okay. Approve everyone else with the exception of Mrs. Hall.
I'll second.
So a motion's been made and seconded. Roll call.
Bickford. Yes. Prince.
Yes.
Montoya.
Yes.
Irish.
Yes.
Cantillen.
Yes. 3, certified teachers for 26-27 school year listed in attachment D.
It's on the back page. Table per.
Oh, okay. I move we accept all the certified
Well,
career.
No, D.
D.
D,
Just, they only got that
Certified
one,
career
just one.
teachers.
Just
on the very back, right
motion to
here.
table.
Okay.
Right here, table.
So we don't have to vote, okay. I move we table Katie McConnell.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Bickford. Prince.
Yes.
Montoya.
Yes.
Irish.
Yes.
Cantillen.
Yes. Number 4, probationary teachers for 26-27 school year listed in attachment E.
I'll make a motion we approve Marcus Long.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Bickford. Yes. Prince.
Yes.
Montoya.
Yes.
Irish.
Yes.
Cantillen.
Yes.
I said you had a tea party.
No, they did. I don't like hot tea.
I said you guys had a tea party while we were gone.
Is there any new business?
I have no new business.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
No.
Superintendent's.
You skipped.
Superintendent's report.
We
He put
switching
it
it
at the
up.
bottom.
Oh,
Switching it up a
my
little bit.
word.
Flip your page to the back
Nice.
page.
Easy enough.
Okay, we'll give you 2
I
minutes.
knew we were going to have a long executive session tonight, and I wanted to make sure we got
I think
everybody out of
that's
here.
great. Thank you so much.
Okay. First of all, just some legislative issues, things that have passed. FY '28, we have to increase our days taught to 173.
Yes.
Right? That is going to be a financial impact on the district, all right? Just 2 days, we have to increase 2 days, which isn't bad for us, right? We will have no snow days, all right? Now, I'm gonna back up. This all goes to the calendar committee, right?
Sure.
But this is going to be, as we speak today, what my suggestion would be to the calendar committee if we were meeting tomorrow. We go 5 days over right now.
Right.
All we have to add 7 days, all right? We go 5 days over, so if we don't have school, we've got 5 days that we don't have to make up.
Right.
All right, so, we've missed 1 day, I think, this year. We don't have to make it up, all right? To make up the 7 days, we have to add 2 days to our calendar, so we've got to come up with 2 days somewhere, all right? We'll probably just, we're taking Fridays off right now, end of February. There'll be 2 Fridays we have to go to school, will be my recommendation. If we miss school for bad weather, we're gonna have to make every one of them up. And again, this is just gonna be my recommendation, that's what we do, but the calendar committee may say, no, we don't wanna do that, we wanna add, 8 days more of work to give us some fluff built in. I don't see that happening, right? But
But you could always rely on those Fridays.
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
had snow days.
That's right.
You
We
just
just-
wouldn't get
yeah.
the Friday.
yeah, that's what we would do, all right? But that is not next year.
No.
We're good to go for FY '27, all right? Our calendar's already been made. We've got 5 snow days in there. If we miss snow next school year, we got 5 we don't have to make up.
So they're not
We're-
adding for this coming year?
No, so
Okay.
we're talking about this going in effect in August of '27. So it'd be the 27, 28, what they call fiscal year '28, all right?
Okay.
That's when this goes into effect, all right? Every school has to be at 173 days, all right? Just have to, all right? There are some schools in trouble.
Yes.
I mean, there are some schools that are gonna have to add 2 weeks, all right? Like I said, payroll-wise, we've got where it's gonna cost us is support. You know, we're gonna have to probably increase, right now, support contract, they're at 173 days on their contract. We could just say, hey, you're not gonna work anymore, but they help with enrollment, so we're gonna have to add some time to them, so it will be a hit to the budget. State will not give us any money for that. Right, but I'm glad we don't have to do 2 weeks. Right?
Two, yes.
All right,
What's the total number of days?
173. All right. We have to add 7 days to our calendar, but, you know, 5 of them we already have
We
in
already
there.
had
Yeah, we go
that.
5 days over right now. All right, so that's a win. Teacher pay raise, all right. I don't think it's been signed by the governor yet, but the teachers are going to get a $2,000 pay raise for next school year, FY27, all right? And I said teachers, okay?
Right.
I did not say admin, I did not say school counselors, I didn't say support staff, I said teachers. The state is going to fund a $2,000 pay raise for classroom teachers, all right? We will probably give that to all certified people, just like every superintendent I've talked to said, you know, it was a slap from the legislators, you know, just say, you know, that's, you know, it's how they are. Nothing for support. I'm going to look, you know, I've been here 6 years, and I think I've given 3 or 4 raises to support, and I'm gonna look again.
Okay.
All right,
Plus the bonus.
plus the Christmas bonus and stuff,
Christmas
yeah.
bonus.
You know, and I want to do that stuff.
Oh, I
right?
do too, yes.
My goal before I left was to get support to $15 an hour. I don't think that's going to happen, but I'm not going to give up.
Okay.
All right. Our lowest paid support person makes $13 an hour. Right.
Okay.
When I started this job, it was
I know it.
about $8.40, $8.35.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
right.
awesome.
And so I have a big place in my heart for those support people. All right. So you know, when we get into June, I will look, and you know, it's my goal. I'm not going to promise you it's going to happen, but I'm going to do everything in my power to see if we can get the support people a raise. And whenever we give out the $2,000 raise to teachers, I will give it to principals, and I will give it to the counselors.
Okay.
All right, it's a slap in their face. You know, the property tax that we've been talking about, that's going to go to a vote of the people in November, is what I'm being told, to adjust the property tax. You just need to know it will cut funding for schools. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts. The counties are going to get hurt, and where the real significant hurt is going to be career techs. It's going to devastate them. All right? So, nobody likes paying taxes, myself included, but at the end of the day, you get what you pay for, right? If we cut our property taxes, you're taking money away from government agencies,
Sure.
all right? And
Do they have a contingency plan to support schools?
absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not. It's just deal with it. It's deal with it, all right? And again, the ones that, I feel sorry for Votech, you know, they're, you know,
Why is it gonna hit them the hardest?
because their funding's almost all property tax.
Every bit of it.
Yeah. You know, we get money from the state.
Yes,
You know,
I see what
or
you're saying.
weighted,
Right.
and we do get some property tax money, right?
Right.
Votechs don't get that money.
I see.
You know, it's
Yeah.
in the county. They
Yeah,
get all their
yeah.
stuff from property tax,
And
but
a lot of people don't know that property taxes have anything to do with the school.
no.
Oh, a lot of people.
The normal
do that.
person.
And I just,
And that our property taxes are lower than like Kansas, so many states around us.
Way lower.
what we will have to do, once this gets all sorted out, now there is OSSBA and COSA have teamed together. They've hired legal staff and saying that it's unconstitutional for this to happen, all right? Don't know where it's going to go, all right? They're saying that it's unconstitutional to put the vote to people. I'm not a lawyer, I don't know. I don't know, but I know they're fighting that. But here's the bottom line is we just have to educate people, all right? If you go up and knock on somebody's door and say, hey, if you vote against this, your property tax is going to be lower. I think everybody in the world is going to vote to lower the property taxes. But if you knock on the door and say, hey, this is what's going to happen, all right? Whenever you take away your property taxes, right, you're going to lose services for county government extensively. Our career techs are going to hurt, you know.
Which are the number one in the entire United
Yes,
States.
you're going to devastate them, and you're going to take funding away from public schools, right? What nobody can answer yet is on our sinking fund, which is our bond money.
Yeah, that's what I
right?
heard about.
Like, people, you know, you can't get a straight answer. They're trying to figure that out because you can't go in there and lower that because the people voted on that. You know, so that's still up in the air. But again, nobody likes paying taxes, but everybody wants nice stuff.
That's right, and
You
services.
know, and you know, everybody complains about the county roads and, you know, services, and you gotta have it. And I want to piggyback on what Rich just said. If you look at our property taxes, you know, we're basically what I've been told, right in the middle, a little bit lower middle, all right, or a little lower middle. We're not at the very bottom, but the data that I've seen, but we're nowhere near the top, you know. But that's what's going on there. Those financial disclosure statements, you got to do that by Friday. All right, if you need help.
Hopefully I did it right. They
I
sent,
took a
they sent mine
picture of
back,
mine.
and then I sent it in again, and I
Okay.
haven't heard anything. So
What's
I
that?
sent
Well,
out-
then
they
you
sent
get it
back?
right.
Yeah.
They sent yours
Yeah,
back?
because
Yeah.
I accidentally put the wrong year.
Oh, okay.
I put like
I took a
20.
picture of
Mine got
mine.
sent back too, but it got
Because of the
corrected.
wrong year.
Yeah,
Right.
I think I put 25.
Yeah, you're good.
But I haven't seen anything.
Have you done yours yet, Barbara?
No, I haven't.
Okay. You need to come see me tomorrow.
All right, I will.
Right? Because
You gotta do it by
if
Friday.
you don't do it by Friday, you're
You'll be
done.
locked up.
Okay, I will be here.
You're
Oh,
done.
it's very serious.
I know
The
it's,
law's changed, which again, it's stupid.
I had to do it
I
for
can-
greenhouse and the,
I can see it for a state office, but you fall under, you know, the governor.
I had to do it for the other
Okay.
two
But
boards.
let's just,
Will you remember to remind us next year
Oh,
yeah.
that it's coming up again?
Now, it's all done online now. It's different. Used to, we housed that here.
Right.
We would fill that out during a board meeting, and we
Right.
would go file it in here. They changed it now, that you have to electronically upload it to the Ethics Commission.
But will they send us a reminder to remind us next year to fill
Probably
one
not.
out? That's
No,
what
but
I'm
I
afraid
will.
of.
Yeah,
We're
I
gonna
will.
forget.
I was
I
gonna say,
will.
they sent out an email
Oh, I see.
saying it changed.
You guys should have got an email from me about a month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it from you, and I think OSSBA,
Okay.
I think sent out something about that
Okay.
as
They'll
well.
probably not.
But
But they probably won't next year because
OSSBA
it'll be old by that
I
time.
believe it said if you don't do this by the 15th, you could be removed. I believe it said that, so it's,
we want you, Barbara.
yeah. So you need to text me tomorrow, make sure I'm here,
I will.
and it won't take us 2 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, it takes more than 2 minutes.
I had to watch the tutorial thing
Yeah.
first
Oh, my God.
because it was
Well, I did Tammy's the other day in about 2 minutes, right, Tammy?
Yeah.
Because I
Well, 'cause you're getting good at it.
got good at it, yeah. Monday, June the 8th is our next board meeting. Don't forget, we're selling bonds at 5:30. All right. Our enrollment numbers, I want to go over those real quick.
12 o'clock.
5:30.
5:30, 30 minutes before.
That's right.
We usually do it at noon.
Yeah.
But Matt wanted to do it at 5:30.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, numbers at the high school, 294 and 13 in Alted. BMS is 209 and BES is 499, a total of 1015. All right, and that is the lowest number we've ever had. 1015. And what's bad, Blackwell has a history of our highest enrollment number is typically the first day of school. All right. And since I've been in this office or this chair for 6 years, our enrollment goes down, it keeps going down. Now it'll shoot back up beginning of school and a lot of kids move out. all right, and then come back over the summer or get new kids. So we're at 10-15. I've told you this before, and I will tell you again. I see it in the next couple years, we will fall under 1,000 kids, all right? And in 2010, well, I think our enrollment was 1,598. You know, so, but it's just not Blackwell. It's, you know, Ponca City, they're bleeding kids horribly. It's rural Oklahoma. Not all rural Oklahoma, but the majority of now I learned so, well, you guys heard that at the OSSBA meeting.
Yes, we
That
did.
they're not having babies either. The student population in Oklahoma, you guys, or
Yeah.
That's
said the
right.
student
Way down.
population, and I didn't realize
That's a
that.
fact, yeah.
Said the student population in Oklahoma
It's way
has
down.
gone down a lot. You know, just kids aren't having babies.
No. that's
Or no, kids aren't having babies. I'm glad kids aren't having babies.
I'm glad
Yeah.
kids aren't having
Yeah.
babies.
But we're just not having babies. Yeah, I'm
Or
glad
as
kids aren't
many,
having, yeah,
too.
as many, yeah. Yeah.
Too expensive.
That's where we're at on numbers. All right, let's look at the finances real quick. The sheet there. I just, broken record, but this is what I've said the last 6 months, it just, everything's fine. Our spending, compared to our revenue is where it needs to be. Now, here's what I want you guys to understand. All right. All right. This is going to be different. When we meet next month, in June, and we meet in July, you're gonna think, what's going on, all right? We're fixing to spend some money. I told you guys last month, you know, I've got to get the
You did.
carryover down, all right?
Yes, you did.
That's why the buses, you know, we've got the money to pay for those buses. The lights, like I
Yes.
said, 173,000, and we're gonna pay for that out of general fund. I've been talking to the auditor and attorney and kind of seeing whether you can or can't, and it's all good now. I'm looking at some other items, you know, that, you know, I'm looking at maybe another van or two, another car or two, and just, I also have to take into consideration what I think our carryover is going to be from this year also, right? And I'm working on that, right? So we are probably, no, there's no problem. We're going to have to spend more than the 585, right? But please don't panic, right? We're going to be okay, right? But I have to get rid of some money, right? I've met with all the principals, right?
I'd rather be in this.
Yeah, I would too, but it is nerve-wracking too.
Well, sure it
It's
is.
been I've had a rough month. Right, just everything, and it's weird. You know, when we had such a financial deficit when I started, it was rough. I didn't think I could keep doing this. Right? It's not that bad, but it's still bothersome, right? I don't want to waste the money.
Right, no, we don't.
You might need it.
Yeah, but I know we're going to need it. Like our enrollment's dropping, and that's why I'm so aggravated. We built up some money to get us through. Well, I know Melissa Moore told me they allocated our federal program, Title I for next year. It's $26,000 less, right? Because our enrollment's dropping. That's why you want to have a healthy carryover to get you through.
Right,
All right.
right.
But
And then they tell you not to.
well,
Well, you
Yeah,
can't.
you can't. You only have a certain percent,
sending you
right?
letters.
The state can do whatever they want. They don't have a limit on what state of Oklahoma can put in their savings account, but they make us. I get the reasoning for it.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I do too.
I get it, but like I've told all these guys, you need to know what's going on at Blackwell. We don't fit what's going on at Ponca.
No,
You know, we're different and unique. But I am working on right now with some help of some finance people. The further we get close to the end of the year, I will know, right?
Sure.
But I'm getting close now. I can look at what I project our payroll to be through the end of the year, and that's our biggest item,
Sure.
right? But I know we're going to have to dump some more money. We are getting, last year, we carpeted about 2/3 of the middle school.
Right.
All right, and we're going to go ahead and finish putting all new carpet in the whole middle school.
Oh, good.
All right, there's one room, I think it's on the second floor, or maybe 2 rooms in the middle school. They slope and they've got like movie theater
Oh, yeah,
chairs in there.
where the auditorium.
Yeah, well, I don't know if we're going to carpet those because
Okay.
that's so much, you got to take every one of those seats out.
I know.
Right? And the carpet in there is really, those rooms don't get used a whole lot. They do get used, but the carpet's good in there. But so the middle school is going to get all new carpet. We're going to paint all the hallways and stairwells in the middle school.
Good.
Right, so it's going to get new paint. Legacy got back with us. They think that they will start hanging the new signs within 2 weeks.
Good.
And I want to tell you that has been almost a 9-month process with Legacy.
New middle school sign.
New middle school sign, central office,
Good. Good. Yeah, that's been every bit of 9 months, hasn't it?
at least, Barbara.
Yeah.
Because they're hard to deal with, or it's just a process?
Their price was the cheapest, all right? And it just, you have to initiate conversation with them.
So you have to stay up
You have to stay
Follow
on
up.
it. Yeah.
on everything?
Yeah, and like everybody else gave us renderings, what it's gonna look like, and they never did. Well, I'm not paying them to hang signage till I can see
Right.
Exactly.
The renderings, yeah.
what it looks like, you know.
Well, one thing I will tell you, they did a sign next door for cast iron. And they got it all hung, cast iron, they didn't like it. And they said, see what we're talking about? I never could see it. But they didn't like it. They took it down, redid it, and made it where they liked it.
Wow.
And so they'll stand behind their stuff.
So it just, that's the deal. We may come back here toward the end of June and maybe buy a couple more route buses. Right. And I told Angie, we talked about bond
Right.
6-9 months ago. We talked about it. Our bus fleet's okay, right? They are starting to get miles, but it's air conditioning. You know, and we could invest about $12,000 and probably put air conditioning on the school buses. We don't have it. I really don't want to dump that kind of money into a bus and then something happen to it,
Right.
you know, in a year or two. But as long as I'm around here, I just don't ever see us buying a bus that doesn't have air conditioning.
Right.
It just,
Be
you know,
foolish.
no,
And it wouldn't have the value any, because they don't hold their value, right?
no, the school bus, in my opinion, depreciates faster than anything, right? You saw what a new one cost in 10 years. That bus, you might get $4,000 or $5,000 for it in 10 years.
Golly.
You know, now if it had 50 or 60,000 miles on it, it's 10 years old, you might get 10,000 for it.
Gosh.
No, they just
But cars are the same way. I mean,
not as bad as the bus.
they did for sure.
They're not 150,000.
We're also going to pay our insurance, FY27 insurance out of this year's budget, which will help alleviate some of that.
Good.
Right.
Well,
Yeah, well,
that'll count.
Guys, it was 370 something, yeah. I visited with the auditor, and he said, yeah, you can.
Good.
Yeah, so they'll kind of shade the books for FY27,
27.
because you won't have an insurance payment in there. So we're trying to pay for some of our educational materials,
Okay.
you know, computer programs that we use. We use in FY27. We'll try to get them on this year's books to get that down. And hopefully that will help. I will get you those pictures to that bus before I leave, if I don't forget. And I think that's all I got. You guys have any questions?
What about, this says something about, did you already go over it? Did I miss it?
No.
2025, 2026 awards? Was it not supposed to be in?
Oh, you're not supposed to have that.
I was gonna say, I don't see that in mine.
Maybe I picked it up from the table in your office.
Oh, how
I picked it up from
funny.
my-
You did. You did. This was on the table.
It might have been on the conference, I didn't get on your desk.
This was on the table. I left it there, yeah.
I just thought it was part of this and
Thank
skipped
you.
it.
Keep him in line, Angie.
We just, if you guys can come to our in-career banquet at 2:30 at the high school, you're welcome to come.
That's Thursday?
Thursday, 2:30 in the high school. This has been probably the fastest year of my career,
It's going
without a doubt. Fast. But it really has been a good year. This has been a really good
I know,
school
we
year.
were just sitting at the football stadium
Yeah.
watching the game. I mean, it just seems like yesterday.
I talk, I'm a networker, as I've told you. I talk to superintendents all the time. I'm on a committee, superintendents, I'm going off that committee. But we meet once a month in Oklahoma City, 20 superintendents of state, and just listening to them, you know, we don't have problems.
That's wonderful.
We don't have problems. It just,
Seems like we do.
well,
We have a long executive committee.
but we don't have problems like some of these.
I'm sure that's right.
You're always going to have problems. When you
yeah.
deal with kids and deal with parents, you're going to have problems.
I know.
Well, when you deal with kids and adults, you have problems.
That's right.
But you do in the workplace,
You do.
right? Just like, you know, you would do in the workplace. But
Everywhere.
this really has been a good,
School year.
fast school year.
I heard the prom was lovely, and the after prom was just a
It
great
was.
fun thing.
The prom.
Kids had a good
The
time.
prom was awesome.
Good.
And the music wasn't too loud.
I liked it at the middle school too, kept it right here in Blackwell.
I went to the DJ at the prom and said, hey, there's some old people here that we like to talk. He said, make sure that we can, I did.
Did
But
they tell you this was for the kids, not for the
no,
adults?
but it was loud enough.
Exactly.
But last year, we couldn't hear ourselves think.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was loud. The kids had a black.
That road on the way out there, we had 2 people last year slide off that road because it was raining so hard getting to that Wildwood from the MDT. I mean, slide clear
Here's
off.
what's good. The majority of kids were still at the prom at 8:30.
Good, good.
At 8:30, they were
Wow,
still there.
That's great.
Which is awesome.
It is.
All right. And I heard glowing stuff about the after prom.
I
Said no,
did too.
and there was no discipline problems at the prom.
That's awesome.
We didn't have any problem.
I heard it was great.
I heard it was
We didn't
great,
have any
too.
problem. It was just, you know, it was kind of cramped to push everything all in there.
But it worked.
But it worked.
It was all right.
Yeah.
That wasn't my favorite. I wish we could have, like, you know, had more time to plan it out, fence off some of the outside, just to give them a little more space.
I heard the kids were wonderful at the after prom.
No,
Said
not
there was
any issues.
no
That's
problem
great.
whatsoever. But it was good. Prom was wonderful. I mean, I enjoyed it. I got to
Good.
talk and
Good.
see the kids, and
Yeah.
they had a good time. And I'm going to tell you something. Our kids at Blackwell, they are really good to our special needs kids.
Oh, I know they are. I'm
And,
so
I mean,
glad for that.
they embrace them. They love on them, and
They accept them.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm speaking for the high school, and that's where you usually start seeing kids kind of disassociate with them, you know. But man, they love on those kids.
Great.
You know, they love on our special needs kids, and that's neat.
That is neat.
But that's it. You guys have any questions? All right, Rich, your turn.
Okay. Hey, I just want to tell you real quick that Colby is on his way to Rome
saw that.
with the Catholic group, and I took Colby to Wichita to fly out of Wichita to Chicago. They were all going to meet in Chicago.
Okay.
20 people coming from Oklahoma City, mechanical issues. Missed the connection.
Oh, fiddle.
Yes.
Oh.
So Colby, I said, well, you're getting on. He goes, oh, I'm getting on the plane. I'm going to Italy. But what do you do
I
with
know.
20 people a flight to Italy?
Wow.
Isn't that wild?
Thank God they weren't on Spirit when they closed.
know.
Yeah.
They just said, hey, you got to find your way home or do whatever.
Yeah,
We're done.
exactly.
We're
So is there
done.
a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
I'll
They've
second it.
got papers to sign.
Yeah.
All in favor? Roll call.
Bickford. yes, I was my name. Prince. Yes. Montoya. Irish.
Yes.
Dillon.
Yes.
Got papers to sign.
9:52.